Today I'm going to discuss about what is scientific notation and what is its use in chemistry. You know that chemistry is study of atoms and molecules and formation of compounds from it. So chemistry involves extremely small and large numbers. Numbers like Planck's constant, Avogadro number, speed of light, etc. Now Planck's constant, the value of Planck's constant is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule per second. Or as you have already studied about Avogadro's number, Avogadro number is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Or speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now writing these numbers on paper is a very tedious and inconvenient way. We cannot write these numbers on paper very often like this. Like if you represent speed of light, it will be 3 followed by 8 zeros. And writing the speed of light in this way is a very inconvenient method. So to simplify the things, we use scientific notation. Now what is scientific notation actually? Scientific notation is also known as exponential notation. Now how is it written? It is written in the form of n into 10 to the power small n, where capital N, the digit term, capital number n, it is between 1 to 9.99 and so on, while small n is the exponent having positive or negative values. Let us take some examples so that you are able to understand it better. Suppose you have this number 424.56 and you are asked to represent it in scientific notation. So the first number, the first digit term should lie between 1 and 9.99 and so on. So this is 4.2456. So how many places of decimal did we shift it? We have shifted 2 places of decimal. See here, we have shifted 2 places of decimals towards left hand side. Now while writing scientific notation, when we move decimal point towards left hand side, exponent would be a positive number. As many number of places we have shifted the decimal point, so much will be the exponent with the positive term. Similarly, let us take another example. Another example is 0.000016 and you have to represent it in scientific notation. So we are going to move the decimal point in this case towards right hand side. So how many places are we going to move? Let us see. 1, 2, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places of decimal we are going to shift towards right hand side. So when we write down this number, the given number in scientific notation, it becomes 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 5. Why minus 5? Because we have shifted 5 places of decimal and towards right hand side. So when we move decimal point towards right hand side, exponent would be a negative number. So these two rules you have to remember. When we move decimal point towards left hand side, exponent would be a positive number, while when we move decimal point towards right hand side, exponent would be a negative number. These two rules you have to remember, and very easily you will be able to represent any given number in scientific notation. Now let us discuss mathematical operations on numbers expressed in scientific notation. These things you must have studied in maybe 9th or 10th in mathematics or even in lower classes, but we will have a brief revision of this. Let us start with multiplication. How we are going to multiply two numbers in scientific notation. I have taken the example of the one which is given in NCERT book so that you are able to understand it better. So we have to multiply 5.6 into 10 to the power 5 by 6.9 into 10 to the power 8. So when we are going to multiply both the numbers in scientific notation, how would we do? We will first multiply the digit terms and then the exponents will be added up. So 5.6 will multiply 5.6 and 6.9 like how I have done it here. We will see. We are going to multiply 5.6 into 6.9 and then the powers of the exponents would be added up. In case of multiplication, we add the power of the exponent. So it becomes 5 plus 8. See, 5 plus 8. So 5.6 into 6.9 comes out to be 38.64, and when we add up the powers of the multiple, that is 10 to the power of 13, it becomes 10 to the power of 13. So when we represent the given number, now the number is not this number, the product that we have got is not in scientific notation. So when we will represent this number in scientific notation, we will have to move the decimal point towards left hand side by one place. So moving decimal point towards left hand side by one place means we will again add up here. Since when we move decimal point to the left hand side, we add the exponent, it becomes plus 1 over here. So the answer is 3.864 into 10 to the power 14. Earlier it was 13, we moved the decimal point towards left hand side by one place. So plus 1 we would do over here to the exponent. So now exponent, which was 13, becomes 14 now. The next operation that mathematical operation that we are going to study is division of numbers in scientific notation. I have taken another example from NCERT itself. So it is, you have to divide 2.7 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 5.5 into 10 to the power 4. Again, what we will do, we will divide the digit terms and then the multiple terms, we will do it in a different way. So let us see. We have to divide the digit terms, which is 2.7 by 5.5, and in case of division, the exponents are subtracted. Exponents are subtracted. In case of multiplication, exponents were added. In case of division, it is subtracted. So dividing 2.7 by 5.5, we get the answer as 0.4909. This is the answer. Dividing it, you get the answer, this one. And then, as I told you, that the exponent would be subtracted from each other. So it becomes 10 to the power minus 3 minus 4, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 7. Now this number, the answer that we have got, is not in scientific notation. So we have to represent in scientific notation. How can we represent in scientific notation? We will have to move this decimal point. We have to move this decimal point one place towards right hand side, and we move it, when we move it towards right hand side, we will have to subtract minus 1 from here, because when we move from right hand side, the exponent is in negative value. So let us see what it will be. The answer would be 4.909 into 10 to the power minus 7 minus 1. Again, you look here, the exponent becomes minus 7 minus 1, and the answer would be 4.909 into 10 to the power minus 8. This is how we do the division of numbers in scientific notation. Now the next one is addition and subtraction. How to do addition and subtraction. Again, another example I have taken from NCERT itself. So the first example for addition is, you have to add two numbers which are in scientific notation, but their multiples are different. They don't have the same multiple. When the multiple is same, it's very easy, but when we have a different multiple, see how we have to do it. You have to add up 6.65 into 10 to the power 4 and 8.95 into 10 to the power 3. We have to add up these two numbers. So what we have to do is that we have to shift the decimal points in such a way that the multiple of both the numbers becomes same. So either I convert this number in terms of 10 to the power 3, or I convert the second one in terms of 10 to the power 4. See, exponent should be made same for both the numbers before adding or subtracting. Now this process should be done for both the mathematical operations of addition or subtraction. So in this case I have converted the second number, I have converted this number to the multiple of 10 to the power 4. So see, 6.65 plus 0.895. When I convert this number to the multiple of 10 to the power 4, what we will have to do? We will have to move the decimal point one place towards the left hand side. Why one place towards the left hand side? Because जब हम एक place left hand side की तरफ move करेंगे तभी ये 10 to the power 3 जो है वो 10 to the power 4 बन पाएगा. हमारा पर्पस क्या है? दोनों के मल्टीपल को सेम करना. तो ये 10 to the power 4 तभी बन पाएगा जब ये डेसिमल पॉइंट को मैं वन प्लेस टुवर्ड्स लेफ्ट हैंड साइड शिफ्ट कर दूँ. So I have done the same way. Let us see now. We will add the digit terms now. 6.65 plus 0.895 into 10 to the power 4, and the answer is 7.545 into 10 to the power 4. Similarly, subtraction of two numbers can be done. While subtracting the two numbers, what you have to do is that again you have to make the multiples same. Only those numbers can be added or subtracted whose multiples are same. So first, before adding or subtracting, you will have to make the multiples of all the numbers to be added or subtracted same as I have done it in this case. Now let us do some questions, and these questions are from your exercise of the chapter. I'm discussing question number 1.18 of the exercise of the chapter, first chapter, basic concepts of chemistry, from your NCERT book. And the question is, express the following in the scientific notation. The question is, read it once again. Express the following in the scientific notation. And what is the first number which is given? It is given as 0.0048. You have to convert this number into scientific notation. So while converting it, you will have to move the decimal point towards three places in the right hand side, three places in the right hand side. So the numerical value of the multiple will be 3 and its sign will be negative sign. Because why it will be 3? Because we are moving the decimal point three places. So the numerical value is 3, and why there is a negative sign? Because we are moving the decimal point towards right hand side. So the answer to this question would be 4.8 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now let's come to the second question. 234000. So this is the number. It's 2,34,000 is the number, and you have to convert it into scientific notation. So again, you have to move the decimal point towards left hand side in this case. And how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places of you are going to move the decimal point towards left hand side. So the answer would be 2.34 into 10 to the power 5. Why 10 to the power 5? Because we have moved the decimal point 5 places towards left hand side. Since 5 places move किया था, इसलिए यहाँ पे numerical value जो है वो 5 आया, और वो positive number इसलिए है क्योंकि हमने decimal को left hand side की तरफ move किया था. Let us see the next one. 6.0012. ठीक है, इसमें डेसिमल पॉइंट ऑलरेडी जहाँ पे होना चाहिए था वहीं पे है, हमें इसमें डेसिमल पॉइंट को मूव करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लेकिन ये नंबर साइंटिफिक नोटेशन में नहीं है. वी हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट दिस नंबर इन साइंटिफिक नोटेशन. साइंटिफिक नोटेशन में हम 10 के मल्टीपल के फॉर्म में ही आंसर को लिखते हैं. So this would be, since we don't want to move the decimal point to any other place, so we will keep it as such 6.02212. जैसा नंबर था वैसे ही हमने लिख दिया into 10 to the power 0. ये 10 to the power 0 क्यों किया? Because any number to the power of 0 is 1. Any number to the power of 0 is 1. तो इस नंबर को हम 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तब भी ये नंबर एज इट इज़ रह जाएगा. एंड द नंबर हैज़ बीन रिप्रेजेंटेड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ